Now, if there's one thing I realized about newer Mazdas or Mazdas in general, is that it has gained a lot of hateful comments such as it's old school, it looks the same, there's not much update to it. Well, as much as it's true, there's actually more to it than just that. Now, the reason why I'm making this video today is because I've experienced Mazdas for quite a bit. So I've been living with a 2017 Mazda CX-5, a 2018 CX-3, a 2019 CX-5, 2020 CX-5, and a 2021 Mazda CX-30, which is behind me right here, which is why I'm confident in making this video, because I've experienced Mazdas for quite a bit, and I feel it's only fair to share my point of view as a Mazda owner. Now, one of the reasons why Mazdas are getting so much negativity lately and also the sales are dropping tremendously, especially this year, is because of the introduction of the Chinese cars into our Malaysian market. Not gonna lie, they have done what the mass market wants. That is a car that has almost every possible feature you can find in a car while being relatively affordable. And I kid you not, to give you some context, a 2025 Mazda CX-5 facelift, that car costs from 145,000 all the way to 190,000. But let's say if you compare it with, let's say, the Omoda C9. I know it's not apple to apple, but that's the point. Okay, the Omoda C9 is a D segment SUV, whereas the CX-5 is a C segment SUV, but the car only costs around 160,000, and you get so much more out of the car as compared to the Mazda CX-5. Alright, it's larger, you know, it's basically like the Chinese version of the Lexus RX 300. The car stands out, it has a lot of cool features, alright, and it's literally, you know, a good value for money. But let's say you're gonna compare with the same segment, the J7, J7. So the car also is a C segment, compares with the CX-5, and the car only costs around 130 something thousand ringgit. So you can see the point, what I'm trying to say. That is why naturally, right, if someone wants to upgrade to another car, they will want a car that has, you know, it's totally new, has all the cool tech and features. That is why everyone will naturally draw towards the Chinese car brands. Now, here comes the interesting part. For those of us who owns a Mazda would definitely know that we are confident in buying this car because it's built to last, it's reliable, with its Sky Active technology, the engine and the gearbox, everything just works perfectly. And one thing about Mazda, right, is not a lot of people realize until they drive one, is that the driving characteristics, right, it's, you know, I'm not sure how to put it into words, but it drives differently as compared to the Chinese cars. It has much more of a character and soul to it, which I feel a lot of Chinese car lack. But then again, a lot of people out there, they don't want the driving, you know, they want just to be, you know, to bring you from point A to point B comfortably with all the cool features and tech, which is why it's very much neglected. But this is what Mazda excels in, especially with its Jimba Itai design philosophy, where the rider and horse is together as one. So what it's trying to say is they want to create a very engaging driving experience. For example, everything here you see is all positioned, it's very human centric. The ergonomics, they really thought about it, you know, so that when you're driving you can drive very confidently, and all the positioning of everything, it's all catered towards the driver itself. But yeah, I understand why some people say it's outdated, because you may not have the largest infotainment screen as compared to all the Chinese cars nowadays, which is literally a huge tablet. But this one, it's elegant on its own, and it has the necessary features that we all need and use. For example, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 360 camera. I feel this three is the essential one, the important one. The rest are all just for show, you know, ambient lighting and all those. And people may say, you know, having more things means higher chance of things to break, right? But yeah, I just loved the Mazda a lot. I mean, not to be biased, I'm actually a big fan of the newer Mazdas as well, especially ever since they incorporated the Kudo design. It's so aggressive but elegant at the same time. You know, it's very hard for you to put these two together, like aggressive and elegant. Normally it's one way or another, but they tied in both very beautifully. For example, you got this very aggressive, sleek angular headlights, okay? And then I like how for newer Mazdas, the bumper, they remove the fog lamp cluster and they replace with just a thin strip of LED bar. It shows off the bodywork beautifully, and one thing I particularly love about Mazdas are their grille. You know, you get this very nice curvature, you have this 3D effect. You have to go up close and you actually have to touch it to feel that, you know, you have a lot of shapes and curves. Yeah, I just love it a lot. It's very prominent. It just makes the front end stand out big time. And also, you know, the side profile, the silhouette of the car, it's so streamlined. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. And in terms of maintenance, so far all the 5 Mazdas we had or have, right, didn't have much of an issue. The 2017 Mazda CX-5 had its lower arm and absorber replaced recently because it's already 8 years plus already, so you know it's about time to change. But those are just basic wear and tear which we would have expected. In terms of, you know, the other cars, let's say the another 2 CX-5, the CX-3, all, you know, didn't have issue at all, just basic maintenance, engine oil change, oil filter, and that's about it. Whereas for this car right here, so this is the latest edition. So this is the 2021 CX-30. At the time when we bought it, it was 160,000 because it's a CBO unit, which is, to be honest, is actually quite expensive. But you get a totally new interior design, which I absolutely love. The way you have, you know, you're surrounded by all these soft touch leather materials, and you also have this very nice contrast dark tan or brown interior that wraps around you. Even all this part here, it's all finished in brown soft leather. It just feels really premium. Then you also have this floating screen here, and it's all the attention to details. For example, you look at the rear view mirror, it's frameless, and the shape of everything, the side mirror, you have a sunroof on top, everything just ties in beautifully. And the design, I just love it so much. You know, I would say the CX-30, I've already made 2 videos of the CX-30 and you guys absolutely enjoyed it as well. The reason why I love this car so much is because, you know, your CX-5 for me is a little bit too big, like an SUV, like a family car, whereas the Mazda 3 hatchback is a bit too low for you to drive, you know, like very comfortably. This is literally the sweet spot, right in the middle, just nice. You know, you get the sporty driving characteristics, but at the same time, you get the comfort of an SUV where you get to see out. The field of vision or the field of view is so much better when you're driving out. So I feel this car, you know, is really nice. But obviously now they have the CKD version, so it only starts from 128,000, but you lose out a few things, and the full specs around 158,000 if I'm not mistaken, but you still get a bang for your buck, and it definitely drives really, really nice. And then this CX-30 at that time, you had one very famous issue, that you have this squeaky brakes. So it's not, I would say, a major thing. So I actually bring back to the service center and check. They actually replaced my brake pads for me, and the sound just magically disappeared. You know, they are very helpful. You get 5 years free warranty and service when replaced, so you give you a peace of mind for at least 5 years, just like BMW. You don't have to worry about anything. But for all those cars, you know, most of the cars of the Mazda also is already past 5 years, and yep, not an issue at all. So in terms of maintenance, you don't have to worry much about it. But obviously, these are all just my point of view and my experiences with living with all these Mazdas, because I'm sure people out there will be saying, hey, my car, a lot of issue But yeah, I can only speak for myself from what I experienced with. Okay, so yeah, now to touch on the recent Mazda CX-60 and CX-80 launch, which I assume that you guys have already seen it. So the car costs from 199,000 and 310,000 respectively, and you may be thinking, wow, that price for a Mazda is just too much. Yes, initially I was thinking like that as well, but the more you dig deeper into it, right, it's actually worth it. Number one, the car is actually a CBU unit, okay, and it's a totally new exterior design, totally new interior design, and the interior, you know, with the cream interior, it just looks so beautiful and so premium, okay. And then you also get a new engine. It's a plug-in hybrid. It's rear-wheel drive layout, guys, for an SUV, so that's very rare. And yeah, basically inside out everything is new, so I can't wait to actually test drive that car, which the video will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. I can't wait to drive, because, you know, I've always been a big fan of Mazda, so to drive all these cars and, you know, to compare it with the next step forward as the CX-60, CX-80, yeah, I'm really, really excited. So stay tuned, guys. The video of the CX-60 is going to come real soon. All in all, if you're looking to buy a car that is nice to drive, looks good, reliable and easy to maintain, then Mazda is definitely one of your top choices. But if you're looking for something different and has more value for money with all the features and all, then you can go for the Chinese brands. So I hope you guys find this video informative, because I've seen too many hateful comments, so I feel like it's nice for me to step out and to justify as a Mazda owner what I feel about it. So everything you just heard is my point of view of what I've experienced with Mazda. Okay, so I think that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe and share with friends, and I should catch you guys next time. Ciao.